Hello everyone, welcome to a new live stream for the weekend for the crypto market. We're gonna see, of course, what do we have for this week, what we might expect, of course, as a price action for Bitcoin and the altcoins. We're gonna dive in a very deep analysis in the crypto market to see, of course, where are we heading. Let me welcome all of you. Nice to see you, Dubai Fitness. Hi, KG. Hope you're well. Please do Ada. I'm fine, buddy. Thank you very much for asking. I hope you do the same. And this is Ada for you. All right, Senator Segul. Hello, buddy. Nice to see you. And happy if you look at AAVE. Yes, we have AAVE already in our main list. You're very welcome, buddy. And Hungo, can you have a look at Pepe? Yep, we can take a look at Pepe. Welcome, Hungo. Nice to see you. Camel Blue. Hi, KG. How are you? I'm fine. Thank you, buddy. And I hope you do the same. Take a look. Please add a Dogecoin. Yes, we can take a look at Dogecoin. You're very welcome. Toby, hello, man. How you doing? Hope you are fine as well. And check on WIF, Tau, FET, all of them. We have them except WIF, so we're gonna take WIF. All right, guys. So let's take a very quick overview here for Bitcoin and to see, of course, what we have over there. We're gonna see, of course, what today we saw, of course, the deep analysis. So no need, of course, to dive very deep in Bitcoin. We're gonna dive only in the micro level to see what we expect next. So here we are, 12 minutes almost. We start with Bitcoin. Okay, guys. So for Bitcoin, what we are expecting. So today we mentioned as well that we are here in two possibilities so far, or I would say three possibilities. Two of them are bullish. The third is bearish. Now, the two bullish scenario are, of course, still the leading diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, where your wave A can also be done there as 5 waves. Okay. In this case scenario, you are looking at, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This kind of like, or a 3 waves, I would say. Let me zoom in. We are in 3 waves here, A, B, and a C. Your wave C is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Meaning you have finished here a correction 3 waves as a wave A, and we're looking for wave B here. Of course, internally it is a zigzag. And we are finalizing here as a wave C 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for an A, B, and a C, which very likely to finish a wave B here or a wave 2. By all means, if this is a diagonal over there, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, we have an ABC for a wave B, and we're looking for a wave C towards the upside, at least 1 to 1 fib level here, which it might be a zigzag, right? So 103K, 1 to 1 fib level taken from the wave 1 to the wave 2. Of course, it depends how much deeper it's going to go. I consider this like a very deep one. It might be, of course, a little bit higher. Yeah, so it's not necessarily, but I took like the maximum downside that it can be here. 103K can be, of course, very likely for a wave C. Of course, once we finish, we're going to re-update this target. It might be higher. But if we, in case, push for higher without taking the low, which I doubt it because I see already an impulse and I see a correction internally on the 15-minute chart. So this is nothing impulsive, of course. Definitely this is a wave C there, A, B, and a C, and we drop down somehow. Can be an ending diagonal, can be a very boring price action, of course, to finish up here as one more low and then pushing for higher as soon as it starts, of course, the bull run here or the bull rally that we might see for this price. Now, in case that we push higher without taking this one more low, that is a different scenario. Why? Because if you don't take the low, this last low will be considered, of course, as triangle A, B, C, D, and a E, where all the lows did not just took the 886 for every single time. And this is exactly what triangles do so often. And therefore, you have to consider, of course, that you are in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, starting, of course, something toward the upside. Meaning, your wave A is there. Why? Because, of course, of the triangle. And especially, of course, that you finished here in ABC, 3 waves. You finish zigzag A, B, and a C, D, and a E. And we push higher, of course, for a wave C as well, which is an ABC here, regular flat can be. However, the highest possibility is one more low wave A over there as 5 waves diagonal, and finishing, of course, ABC here, and then pushing for higher. This is the bullish scenario, what I'm looking for, guys. Now, for the bearish, in case we continue to drop down, don't forget the invalidation of the impulse is not taken yet, 99K 150. And we don't see, of course, any invalidation yet for the 1 2 here, and 3 4 and a 5. And that means, of course, the bearish scenario might still, of course, be playing as a wave 5, despite that the time here, the wave 4 is very, very long based on this wave 2. So if we take the fib time here, taken from the wave 2 to this wave 3, we will realize that, of course, we have passed so much time here. Let me push the double time even. We passed it. Let's push the 4 time. So we're very, very close for a fourth time here for a wave 2, okay, which start to reduce, of course, the possibility. And in case, of course, we don't continue to drop down, and of course, if you take the 87K 752, well, that is, of course, a big risk here that we drop down simply, of course, continuously towards the downside. Therefore, you have to consider a W, an X, and of course, the wave Y. Now, how we consider this something bearish? Well, is anyway, that's why it's very low possibility, because you have 3 waves here. How can we be bearish in a wave 5 impulsively and we have 3 waves? Therefore, it supports, of course, our analysis here as higher probability for bullish, which is, of course, also the highest one between the bullish scenarios, is the A, B, and a C here. Okay, meaning one more low on the micro level, then pushing very high. Okay. So that was it for Bitcoin. Nothing to add. Of course, today was very boring day. Nothing, of course, is moving in the market. Simply, of course, we're ranging in the same way, and of course, it looks corrective for me. Nothing is impulsive. Therefore, I'm looking also for something lower, as lower prices still, of course. Hello, activated. How are you, buddy? Ondo would be interesting if you find time. If, of course, buddy, we can do Ondo. All right. So this is regarding Bitcoin. Let's check also the Bitcoin dominance. Here we go. And yeah, so let's make a poll first as well for you guys. Let's see, what do you expect? Would you expect higher prices for the next week? Okay, so let me know, what do you think? Higher prices will, okay, here we go. Let's make a poll just to get also some sentiments from you guys. What do you think? That would be also interesting. So let's move to the Bitcoin dominance at 18 minutes, right? Okay, let's put 18 minutes here. And let's start with the dominance. Okay, so the dominance, we mentioned the last week that we should start to drop down. Yeah, now we dropped down somehow, but still, of course, in a formation of a 1 2 here after this diagonal, potentially 1 2, and then potentially 3 here, 4, and a 5. So I would say even like 1 ABC for wave 2 over there, ABC for wave 3, ABC, ABC. Yes, it is, of course, a diagonal over there. What we are looking at here within the Bitcoin dominance. So this is a diagonal potential wave 1, right? In this case scenario, if this is a diagonal wave 1, we already have formed a huge wave 1 again. So it is very likely, of course, to have another 1 2 here, because this might be the 1 2 of your wave 3. And this wave 3, of course, is based on 1 2 3 4 and a 5. And we need to continue, of course, the drop down at least where we have started since the top over there. We saw, of course, a major impulse dropping down, finishing wave 1 or wave A. And then we saw, of course, a very, very, yeah, very intense, I would say, pullback, right? And we saw, of course, during this pullback, we saw a lot of bearish in the crypto market, right? So when Bitcoin dominance was pushing for higher, we saw, of course, a lot of bearish, right? And also here, when Bitcoin dominance was moving really aggressively toward the downside, we saw, of course, a bull run, especially for the altcoins. Now, would this continue the same? I mean, it is time, of course, that the Bitcoin dominance release this push toward the downside, of course. It is the time. I see, of course, already another here another 1-2 formation, right? We see a even 1-2, 1-2, and another smaller 1-2. So it is time to unfold something really massive here. And if this is gonna unfold, and it has started in somehow, if this is gonna unfold it, well, would it be bullish again for the alts, which where the alts, most of them are really exhausted from bearish. I see, of course, the exhaustion on most of the altcoins, and of course, it's still showing weakness. I'm not saying no, but there is a huge exhaustion with the bearish. So would it unfold something for higher also for the altcoins? This is a question mark. Would it be in confluence again with the first drop that we saw for Bitcoin? Well, it's a big possibility, yes. Okay, especially when we saw, of course, the bear market, the Bitcoin dominance pushing for higher. If we're pushing for lower with Bitcoin dominance, I believe that the trend should continue, and of course, it should unfold higher prices for the altcoins. All right, so this is what I think regarding the Bitcoin dominance here, and of course, we are in several 1-2 already there, 3, 4, and a 5. So let me also put these labels. So we have double 1-2 here. I'm gonna put this in bracket. Here we go, and this is what I'm looking for. Okay, now currently the last here, I'm not gonna label it, but it is a diagonal wave 1-2. It should be smaller for something here as a wave 3. Okay, and then yeah, releasing the things. Um, depends on what you mean with higher. What do you mean exactly? Also, what I mean with higher prices. I mean, of course, about the price always. For higher prices, bro. But if you ask, what do you mean higher all-time high or higher highs? Of course, there is no all-time high here. No one talks about all-time highs. Not yet, guys. Not yet. Of course, just higher prices, simply corrections and probably pushing down. Of course, for Bitcoin, not for the dominance here. Okay, so I'm looking for higher prices somehow, as I mentioned in this target. But of course, not something bullish as a bull run. Definitely not. Not yet. I mean, if we break this 1-to-1 flip level and this level, well, this is a signal of strength. And this is a signal, of course, of something to talk about. Confirmation for bull run, of course. But if you break it, you start to get some higher probability from there. Okay? Because if you break it, you're over 50% that you are in a bull run. That's very interesting, right? I mean, because this has finished kind of three ways. And if we break the 1-to-1 here, that means it is unfolding 1-to-3. Probably, of course, because wave C still can be extended. The real answer, the 70% that you get it for bullish scenario, is this correction, which is your wave 4. Once you get three waves and you push for higher, you get invalidation for anything bearish. That is your confirmation over there. Yep. So this is how we're gonna watch it. Yeah. But to say like, is there a possibility for this? Of course there is a probability, there is, but now it is like 30%. 30% because you have something as leading diagonal, which 70% normally leading diagonals are 1-2-3 rather than ABC. So that's good signal as well. Second thing is that you're looking at least at a zigzag, which is gonna invalidate the last impulse, which increase also probability, it depends then on this reaction there. Okay, over this one, you become here over 50% as probability. This is how I count my probabilities, honestly. Okay, if you want to count it logically, this is how I count it. Over the 1-to-1 fib level, I start to be 60%, of course. When we get a reach the 1.618 and you get a correction, then it is 70 to, I would say 70 here. When you invalidate, I would say 75 to 80%. Okay, when you get invalidation. So when you get it, okay, definitely there is no. This is three ways. You got invalidation, you push for higher. So definitely it is, of course, something pushing for higher there. And then, of course, when you finish this impulse, it's going to be a 1-2 again. But we know that the direction of the market has changed, right? We know that when we finish a wave 5, yes, we're going to drop correctively again. But at least you secure the direction of the market. You secure the trend direction. And this is the difference. And then even if we come back as correction, you're still 70% bullish, even if you're correcting here. Because you already made 5 waves toward the upside impulsive, of course. So this is how we count the things step by step. That's why it's step by step, guys. Of course, always step by step, because no one knows, no one, including me, no one can know what's gonna happen tomorrow. Okay, like I would say like tomorrow. It can be, of course, I don't know, something very bearish even. Nobody knows, but it's probability. It's Elliott wave. You have to count it logically. That's the thing. So I never call something all-time high before its time. All right. So Ethereum. Ethereum. Here we go. So for Ethereum, it's almost like Bitcoin. It has also the 5 waves. Beautiful 5 waves, actually. Beautiful diagonal. Very, very elegant one, I would say. You have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 hitting exactly the beautiful box here for a wave 5 in a perfection for fib levels, of course, as wave 1 or a wave A. And we're looking, of course, for something here unfolding as a potential zigzag. I'm going to explain on the lower time frame. So 1 hour chart here shows already the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potentially here. And you have a correction definitely. Now you saw, of course, another 1, 2, 3, and you got your wave 4, and you might seek for your wave 5. Meaning it is, of course, an impulse, correction, impulse. And very likely to hit exactly the testing area that we're looking for between the 0.38 and the 0.5 fib level for a wave 2. Because it is a 5 waves diagonal, you're looking after, of course, a wave 2, and then you push towards the upside. Right? So at least we're looking here for an ABC zigzag, A, B, and a C, which it might also invalidate the last bullish potential scenario here as a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave 3. If this is your wave 4, well, of course, if you interfere with zone 1, then invalidation. Then you don't have to consider a big 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. For me, for Ethereum, as a major scenario, it's still, of course, a double 1, 2 here. Since we are above the 0.786 taken from the bottom of the wave 1 to the top of it, and everything we see after it is overlapping waves. And if you want to calculate this, it is an A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 ending diagonal wave C. Right? So very clear correction. And anyway, if you take a look again, if you split this movement from Ethereum and you take this part, just look at it alone. How much clean it is. How much beautiful gaps you have in between every single push toward the upside. Beautiful, right? It's a clean push toward the upside. While if you take a look here, it's a horrible. Everything is overlapping here. Everything is over, meaning, of course, this is the correction and this is the direction. Nice one. I think I should use it in my course. This is a correction and this is a direction, right? So that's very very obvious for us. And having, of course, this leading diagonal, it means something, guys. It means something. For me, it should be bullish actually. For Ethereum, I'm even much more bullish on it more than Bitcoin. Now I don't know. This is what the chart says. I'm not following something theoretically or something like, oh, it's old season or something. And I'm not affected, guys. I'm just following what the chart say, because Bitcoin, you don't have this right now as double one two and everything. Bitcoin is totally different. You have an expanding flat, right? And you are in an ABC, so totally different chart. And therefore, I'm tending to be much more bullish on Ethereum, maybe most of the altcoins, maybe. Bitcoin might push toward the upside. No, don't forget that there are possibilities, because if you're wondering how you think about this, there are possibility for Bitcoin to push toward the upside. Go back, please, to the deep analysis of today. We mentioned the bullish, even the ultimate bullish and the moon boy scenario, right? And also we mentioned, of course, a simple recovery. So maybe that will be it. Okay. So if Ethereum will push for 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and we take the 3,696, I have no other option here. Honestly, I have no other option rather than calling an all-time high, because it's different than Bitcoin. It is already the direction toward the upside still, and we're already, of course, looking at double 1, 2, meaning if you invalidate here, that's it. Perfect fib levels, perfect scenario for a wave 2, perfect leading diagonal for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, invalidation. So what do I need more to give it an 80% probability from there? Well, I'm gonna watch the 1-to-1 fib levels though, because I'm very secured and very how to say, I love risk management. Okay, so therefore, to keep it safe, let's break the 4K to give it an 80%. Okay, but if you break here, it's directly 70%, I would say, bull run. And if you break above it, okay, that's it, guys. Okay, so if we break above the 4K for Ethereum, consider an 8K might be calling. All right, because of course Ethereum is very interesting, by the way, because it's the highest performer even in the altcoins right now. Um, yeah, expect the 6K at least. Okay, at least expect the 6K. I would say, well, I'm afraid to call it 10K, but I would say let's take it easy. But I mean, if you take it here, okay, it should be updated. It should be updated. Sorry, this is an old one because now the wave 2 is deeper. Oh, still 10K. That's crazy. Okay, it's still 10K, guys, but it's very logic. So if we get a 1, 2, 3 here, 4 and a 5, 4 and a 5, well, expect the 10K then. Or I don't know. Let's let's keep it minimum target. Even if you want to be risk management here, more safer, let's keep it at 8K. 8K is still a little bit logical, guys. I don't want to be also like very very crazy with the prices, but let's keep it just there. And if I take a look, let's remove logarithmic, by the way. Yeah, exactly. This is what, if you remove even the logarithmic and you stay with the linear fib, you will see the most common target is also 7K to 120. So I would say, guys, 8K and around it is a perfect target. Yeah, perfect target for Ethereum. So it deserves to be watched, of course, guys. It deserves to be watched, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen. 1, 2, 1, 2, wave 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, and of course, this is a very huge correction here, and you took the high, so you broke the correction level in those double 1, 2, and of course, you might continue. Interesting. This is the most interesting to be watched, of course, between the altcoins, guys, Ethereum. All right, let's check on Solana as well at 35 minutes. So for Solana, let me check. Okay, yes. Also, we're dropping. Okay, yeah. Here we go. What's going on in Solana is not so far from Bitcoin, is not so far also from many other altcoins. It is a triangle, very likely on the lower time frame here, that you might have already from the low there. This is your low. Your ABC finished 3 waves. You're looking here for another correction, potentially, of course, the triangle A, B, C, D, and an E. And if this is going to finish, of course, as a triangle, you might still push for higher. Now, I'm pretty sure we're not bearish. Why? Because let's say this is your one, whatever it is, W, X, and Y. Okay, this is your wave 2, right? And we push down. After this, what do you get? 3 waves. Then you get an impulse kind of, but yeah, I believe it is an ABC extended wave C there for a triangle. Therefore, I'm still very much more optimistic here for bullish, even despite what you're looking at here. Very likely that you are in ABC here. So I'm gonna, of course, push this there. No need for this small ABC anymore. The A is there. Probably wave 4 finished there because it's your bearish probability 1-2. But how can you count this? Like, I mean, unless you want to count 1-2, 1-2, 1-2 here, which very unlikely. Why? First 1-2 is small, the second one is bigger, and then the third one is smaller. It never happens. Okay, you cannot count 1-2s. All right. So what you can count here is definitely, of course, the triangle. Now, invalidation of it, of course, invalidation of this triangle will be exactly at this level. So invalidation of triangle will be this. No need for this fib level, by the way. 129. If you take the 129, might means directly you're going to take the ABC, which is the next possibility. So you still have some levels here to break, guys, before we push for for really bearish here. Wave C, as this is might be a zigzag. Here we go. That means, of course, a zigzag as a wave B might unfold here. 3 ways up, 3 ways down, and then we push for a wave C. And it's gonna be a low wave C actually, in case it's gonna be the thing. And of course, the wave C here can be a little bit higher, but yeah, I mean, both case scenario will unfold a wave C there. Okay, whether you are triangle or if you are in a zigzag wave C. Now, breaking the 125K, sorry, not K, to dollars here, that is bearish. Okay, that is definitely bearish, and that means it's not bearish just like few. It's not just like few lows. That means really bearish, guys, because Solana is not really good to be in a position in a bearish because you don't want it, right? Because $75 might be calling from there. The $75 might be calling from here, guys. So if we break this, as we mentioned on the micro level, directly it means on the macro level, you're heading towards $75. It's a huge trade if you're trading, of course, but it's not good for the spot holders, right? That means, guys, if we drop down, definitely we have finished a wave 4 over there. The wave 5 finished there. And this is, of course, your A, B, and a C. To finish, of course, all these counts as 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 ways. Wave 4 and a 5. Leading diagonal. 1, 2, 1, 2 again. A, B, and a C. Minimum target 0.38. Then you push for higher. Then 3 ways up zigzag for a wave A, 3 ways down for a wave B, and then you push for higher. By all means, all the bullish scenario that I just counted right now needs or requires this A, B, and a C. And the one-to-one fib level is so much in confluence with the minimum target fib level at 0.38, which is, of course, a huge influence for bullish from there. But that means you're going to drop first. Um, the only possibility is that you push for higher on the micro level, of course, if they give us something higher, is that this wave 4 unfinished and the wave 5 is still unfolding to there, meaning your wave 5 is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, something as an ending diagonal impulse. It doesn't matter, we see it later, but it should be bullish first, right? So we'll see, guys. But basically for Solana, I mean, on the micro, if you think logically, well, it's already bearish. I mean, if you think logically, guys, it might be already bearish because anyway, even if we're pushing for higher here, wave C, whether it is A, B, and a C, or even deeper wave B and then pushing for wave C, it doesn't matter anymore. It's corrective. So if you think about it, Solana might be very, very likely very bearish. Well, that's a huge question mark, right? And if we are in 1-2-1-2, you cannot have a wave 2 as triangle. This is a problem. Unless the wave 2 is gonna take the low. Okay. That is also possibility. Like if the triangle will be broken, meaning wave 2 can be 3 ways, wave 2 there, then you can count probably double 1-2 and then pushing for higher. To be watched. Yep, to be watched. But you cannot call, meaning you cannot call, of course, from triangle wave 2. If the price push higher from there, from a triangle, well, forget it. It's a bear market, okay? Because you cannot have double 1-2 here. Because wave 2 definitely cannot be, of course, triangle. And that means it will be a wave C and then boom. All right. But yeah, we'll see, guys. Maybe we're going to get the low. Nobody knows. Maybe we're going to get a full ABC here. And you miss the low, of course. So it's still going to be, as per the rules of Elliott wave, still, of course, valid impulse as a 1-2. And then maybe it's going to push for higher. But anyway, we're going to get the answer. No worries, guys. We're going to get the answer over there at the 1-to-1 fib level. If broken, this is the signal. If we drop down, that's it. Okay, it's bearish. So the bear market is gonna be almost declared from, not directly, because we're gonna get a reaction probably, but we're gonna see the reaction here. If impulsive, then okay, we call it directly here from there. Okay, that it's a bear market. But yeah, we'll see step by step. All right, so that's it for Solana. Bilal. Hi, KG. I have been removed from Discord. Bro, you have to check, of course, your subscription first. And you can send me your email. If you are already a member, send me please your email or your nickname. I mean, it should be Bilal, right? So, because I couldn't find you, definitely. Yeah, that is the thing. And by the way, for our Discord, it's a new feature that we're gonna start for Discord. Of course, we're gonna start some crypto signals, metal signals, and stock signals. Of course, starting from next Monday. So if you are interested, of course, to join us, you can find those, of course, in our membership. You can find the membership through Patreon or through YouTube, of course. Both have the same price. And of course, the lifetime membership is only on Patreon, where you can get KGT indicator with it for lifetime membership for Discord. And of course, it's one one single payment, guys. Meaning you pay one time and then you become a free member for a lifetime. And this is a new thing, of course, for that I'm gonna be focusing on this also during the weeks, only in weekdays, of course, not in weekends. And Monday we're gonna start with it. Plus, of course, you can have your special request in our Discord, of course, guys. If you have like, you can get at least one special request per day, and if you have some Q&A, I'm already there for you guys. Yep, so this is regarding Discord, and please make sure, of course, if you do this through YouTube, to send me an email. You can find my email in the information of the channel or in every description for the videos, guys. Please make sure to send me, because YouTube doesn't give any notification that a new member is entering. So please notify me by email, and I send you, of course, the invitation link. All right, let's see. Activated alts have been bleeding so much. Yes, they are exhausted. We are basically in a bear market since 1 year, the longer. Yes, that's very true. It's the longest one. It would be nice to see a rally. Maybe time to rip as anyone is losing hope. Well, yes, this is exactly what I'm calling. I mean, a rally is a very nice word. Yeah, I mean, at least a rally, right? Because the market needs to recover. It's very bloody to drop down in this way without giving a breath. Like that's too much, and especially that it is very long time. Okay, it's a very, very long time. Talking here, for example, about SUI, we're dropping from since January, right? Since January 2025, we're dropping and dropping and dropping. Okay, the last drop we saw for SUI was very short. That now we got a double drop, if we can say double drop in time as well, which is horrible. Yeah, it's not nice. Honestly, it's not nice. So it is time. Logically, it is time to get a recover. So this is also what I think. And if you watch, normally I don't take into consideration so much this, guys. But if you watch the liquidation maps for the alts, they are drained. Like literally, they are drained. There is no liquidation anymore. Don't forget that most of them got a wick, which has got everything liquidated already and still liquidating again. So, yeah, ugly one. All right, so this is what I'm talking about. Same for render. Like, what a long bear market, right? Based on comparison with the previous one. Okay, let's dive deeper in SUI as well, which is also okay. Before SUI, let's go in injective at 48 minutes. 48 minutes. Okay, for injective. So for injective as well, I mean, after this massive drop here that we got a potential double 1-2, we got a massive wave 3, and then you got kind of a triangle wave 4-5, because this is an impulse 1-2-3-4-5. You got another wave 4 and a wave 5 again. So 1-2-3-4 and a 5, or 1-2-3-4 and a 5. Now, once we finish this wave 5 on the 1 hour chart here, we start to see an impulse, which is where, yes, we are, of course, in a bull run. We start to applaud, all of us, including me, right? Because it is logic. Like, we finish a structure and we're impulsive. And it is supposed that the direction of this market right now is toward the upside. Now, of course, we drop down again. And then, of course, okay, it was still basically in the perfect fib level for a wave 2. And then we push for higher and we start to applause again, right? Unfortunately, of course, we took the high here, which is good, but we didn't touch even the 1-to-1 fib level. Meaning, if you are in ABC, because this is definitely an expanding diagonal, wave 4 interfering, and this is where we, of course, the disappointment has started once we start to invalidate from there. and we start to say, okay, what if we are in double 1 2, right? 1 2 1 2, and then we push for higher, we upload again, and then we push down, invalidation, disappointment again, which it was horrible. Of course, it is horrible. I don't know who's pushing the market so much down, but we see, of course, a lot of pressure, guys, and it is obviously, yeah, that someone, I mean, not someone, of course, there is plenty of maybe I would say big heads there in the market who's forcing the market toward the downside. And that because of course, I mean logically, how much we have been bleeding, we finish a structure, and when we start to see something to breathe here, yeah, we start to push lower and lower again. Now, what is good also that the bulls are also pushing in the opposite side as well. But why? Because if you are in 1 2 3, wave 4 also invalidated. Okay, so the bulls have also kind of invalidated a massive bearish impulsive here wave, but basically, well, it's still weakness at the end, right? It's still showing something corrective, and you took the low. Don't forget. So yeah, by all means, right now, I cannot even call. I was like still hoping, okay, what if this is a motive wave, expanding diagonal wave one, and this is your wave two, and then another disappointment, taking the low again. So you have to consider it as a wave C finish there, 3 waves. What you're looking at here is definitely another correction, and it might be here a W, the X given, and a wave Y for a wave B. So what you might expect here for injective is an A, B taking the low again and pushing a wave C, expanding flat, right? It's an expanding flat that it might be unfolding over there. A, B, and a C. Meaning the expanding flat, of course, taken from this wave A as a wave B expanding flat. You're expecting a low over there. Yeah, unfortunately. But what can we do, guys? It's the market. So if this is a zigzag, because it's gonna be a double zigzag, look at the confluence. A, B, and a C, 1 to 1 fib level in confluence with the A, B, and a C here, zigzag X and a zigzag for a wave Y. And then okay, you push impulsive a little bit here, which is gonna be interesting, of course, push. But yeah, you have to bear with it a little bit with the bears as well. This is my vision also for injective, especially after this low, guys. Here, also it's an 886, by the way. It's an 886. So even if you are in an ABC here, well, yeah, it's still a disappointment, right? Still an ABC at the end, meaning bearish. All right. So this is regarding injective. Nothing bullish yet, guys. Nothing bullish yet. For SUI, and we are at 53 minutes. Okay, for SUI, we are looking at, here we go. All right. Now, SUI still showing a little bit of strength here. I'm going to explain, but let me just hydrate 1 second, guys. All right. For SUI, what we are looking for is a nice push, right, toward the upside here after the low taken. And what is nice with it is a triangle formation, right, after the impulse. That means, of course, an ABC potential wave A finished, definitely a wave B because it is a triangle, and you would like to see, of course, a wave C pushing toward the upside. Okay, so A, B, and a C. Which it might be, of course, a recover, but don't forget that it's gonna continue the trend for something lower. Okay, we still might see something lower in the blue box over there. But yeah, we're gonna get kind of like a recover potentially here for Sui. Now, can Sui become something bullish? Well, It's hard to say, honestly, guys. It's hard to say it because if this is your 1-2 here, your wave 2 is not allowed to be a triangle so far. Now, I don't know how this triangle is gonna end up because it's still possible to get like A and then another wave B here, kind of like this, and pushing for a wave C and then pushing high. Well, welcome to crypto market, right? So can do it, very very likely to do it even. So if this is gonna end up even, it can be like A and A B C D E for triangle, and then you drop down directly for a wave C, meaning your triangle starts from there, A B C D E for a wave B. This is your wave A, and then you get a wave C, and you are already in a major wave 1. So you get your wave 2 here, and then you push for higher. Probably, of course, it can be. But now priority is basically this triangle. Why? Because you want to keep, of course, the thing much more simple, right? Before going complex. When you go more complex is when you take this low. Invalidation for this triangle. Meaning, if you take this low over there, directly you have to switch to another probability, which is, of course, the A, B, C, D, E, and then the wave C. And then you take, of course, a 1-to-1 fib level here, which is in confluence perfectly in the testing area, wave C. And then probably pushing for higher. If not, and we push for low, okay, it's done. We push horribly toward the downside. Why horribly? Because I don't see anything impulsive toward the downside. I don't have a 5 ways down. But imagine that we take the low. How much ugly this is gonna be? It's gonna be then very complex structure, of course. But yeah, these are the possibilities here for SOE, guys. So for SOE, I see something pushing for higher. At least I'm looking here for an ABC, right? An A, B, and a C, 1-to-1 fib level. And of course, this might means corrective and then breaking down. If not, okay, that's nice. We start to talk bullish. But until that time, guys, we cannot really call for it. Let me check your votes first. We have 64%. Wow, okay. Really? That's interesting. 64% says, like, yes, we're gonna see higher prices this week. Okay, that's nice. Okay. I thought like the most of the market was a little bit more tending to be bearish, honestly. But it's good to hear there are some bullish sentiments there. Now for render, guys, we are looking also for this horrible price that it never ends. Is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. We got a new low for render just to make it more action for us, right? But it doesn't change anything, honestly, because you're still in a diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4. This is your wave 4, by the way. This is your wave 3, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and this is your wave 5 where you took a new low. Okay? So for me, this is of course a potential a potential diagonal still unfolding there. Now what I would say is the same ugliness that we got, but well, actually no, it's not. This is a perfect impulse. No invalidation. Let me show you. Here we go. Well, it took it a little bit. Yeah, it took the wick here, but you cannot really all the time consider it, honestly. I think it's still, of course, it's still considered kind of like an impulse because it has worked. Honestly, it has worked. Like, because once you see the fifth waves, okay, with only the tip of the wick here just hitting the invalidation, you cannot always consider it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 is unfolding, and wave 5 is unfinished. One more drop to finish the wave 5. Yep. So very likely, of course, to one more low for render, and probably, yeah, probably we're gonna push for higher again. So of course, no 1-2 here. I'm gonna remove this. Yes. Okay. So also no ABC. So what I see here. Okay, let me unlock this. I see a wave 5. Okay, and you have here a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, gonna put this in gray, and this I'm gonna put it in white. And the Y, yes, it can. Well, I doubt that this is a wave Y now. It looks much more perfect as diagonal. Yep. So this is regarding render. One more low, guys. For FET, let's see FET at 53 minutes, 30 seconds, and FET FETCH.AI. Very interesting one, because of course FET is still showing somehow a little bit of strength here, preserving momentum. I don't know why. Um, just drop it, man. Just do it. Just do it. Finish it. Just finish it, and finish like 3 ways down, and just push very high. Because what I see here is not also nice. Okay, it's not nice for bullish. It's something, of course, very corrective, and it's gonna drop it down. Okay, sooner or later. Now, after I see, of course, this low over there, this is your most lowest price there within this trend. You got also 3 waves. Now, you got kind of like a push toward the downside without taking the low. And then, of course, yeah, making like a very annoying price here. Just drop it. This is exactly what I mean. Yeah. So probably can be a 1, A, B, and a C here, or WX and a Y, and we drop down very, of course, impulsively again. So yeah, preferably for me, just finish it, man. Just take this low, and then start something toward the upside. Of course, everything is missing here as bullish. Everything, every requirement to see a bullish scenario is totally absent here. Phew, Warren, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 3 waves, A, B, and a C. Yeah. So everything is missing there, unless, of course, unless you wanna consider 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 diagonal, but still too early to see it. Okay. It's much more likely here that we drop down. Alrighty. That was for FET. Let's move for. I think I did a mistake here with the timing. Oh, damn. Okay. So I think this, I think render, I think it was around 56, and currently, yes. Okay. That's true. 1 hour. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay. For SPX, we are at 1 hour, 3 minutes. Okay. SPX 6,900. For this SPX, I mean, it's a good chart at the end. It's still very, if you look at it, it's like, where is the bear market, right? If you take a look, of course, in an overview, you'll be surprised, like, this one is performing really nice, right? So we have a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Wave 3 finished, and very likely that we are in a correction here, right? An ABC. And we saw a reaction on the micro level, where we saw, of course, from our blue box, which is perfect, we saw, of course, a potential here, a 1, 2, 3, and a wave 4. In case that the wave 4 is going to unfold there, we were looking for wave 5, which was never given. Okay. Because if this is one, A, B, C, wave 2, without taking the low, knowing that this is an 886, and this is exactly what happens when you take 886. You got a wave C over there. Okay. And again, another A, B, and a C. and we're pushing for higher, meaning 3 ways up, 3 ways down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also, it is a recovery, of course, for SPX there, but expect, of course, a drop down after it. Okay, by all means, I'm gonna put the labels there. It's time. Let me see. Okay, yes, this is exactly what we were looking for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is our wave 5? We didn't analyze this since, of course, a long time. But here we go. We were looking also estimating a triangle, and even the triangle was invalidated here. Plus the timing. The timing, don't forget, regarding the wave 2 and the wave 4. That's a very, very far possibility, guys. Therefore, delete, delete, delete. Of course, we stick with the ABC here scenario as correction, guys. So we are in an A, B, and a C. Of course, we're gonna see higher prices, obviously. And now, why obviously? Because, of course, you don't have anything impulsive. Everything is still corrective toward the downside, meaning, of course, you push higher, but after invalidation here that you took it, definitely is gonna be, of course, ABC. Okay? So yeah, therefore, if this is gonna be, of course, your flat here, it should be done. It should be 1 to 1 already. Let me check. Sorry, regular flat. Well, it is in a perfect area for a regular flat. Maybe one more low here because it might be finishing the wave C as a 1, 2 here, 3, 4, and a 5. Yes. So probably one more low as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably here because zigzag. So yes, one more low and then pushing for higher from 0.57. That means if you're looking here, let's say this is your A, probably this is your wave B. Yes, it's gonna be regular flat, so let's keep it. Yeah, you might come back to $1 here at 1 to 1 ABC. But what it might happen next, let me check. Oh shit. Sorry guys. Yeah, that's ugly. It's gonna be a very long sideways. So probably it's gonna be an A, B, C, D, and an E here, a running flat, running triangle. Sorry. Yep. It might be an A after the wave 3 here, meaning the wave 4, but this is a clear impulse. Let me take it from here. Then no. Okay, let's take it like this: A, B, and a C. Then okay, yes. And that means if this is gonna be invalidated, guys, that means yes. That's why I'm saying okay. It might be something very long because if this is 3 waves and it might take a very long low here, that means of course invalidation for this impulse, and that means of course you have to consider here an ABC expanding flat or a WX and a Y, right? And once you think about this, okay, you push for higher, but before thinking about this very bearish scenario for lower prices, why not thinking then in A, B, C, D, E? That's why I was like directly going to the running triangle. Sorry, I do the math directly a little bit in my head before explaining, but this is the thing. So A, B, C, yeah. And that means, of course, when you invalidate the triangle here, because it is in priority, then I consider the WX and Y or ABC expanding flat. But things are not looking good. If this really is going to end up as an ABC, and obviously this is what the lower time frame shows here, that would not be nice. Okay. your only hope here, your only hope, which is a very, very rare scenario, and of course, we're not gambling here, so therefore we cannot consider it 1 2 and a 1 2 and then pushing 3 4 5. But yeah, it's very impossible or very, very far possibility. So yeah, these are the things, guys. Okay, that's regarding SPX 6000 and for virtuals at 1 hour 10 minutes. Virtuals, we are looking here at this one. All right. Yeah, so for this one, I already mentioned, I already saw, of course, lower prices. I'm not surprised already because, of course, the diagonal is expanding here still toward the downside. Now, definitely, you have something kind of like a zigzag, another zigzag, of course, for wave three, wave four, probably, and then wave five. Yes, very likely. Okay, so I'm not surprised if we get, of course, lower. Okay, so I'm not really also, yeah, I'm not convinced that something for higher pushing here, and definitely you took the low there, and this is nothing impulsive yet. So yep, I'm still looking for the blue box. Okay, this 0.618 1 to 1 fib level inside this blue box. I know it is deeper, but yeah, this is what I'm expecting. And that because, of course, on the daily here, you can be very likely in a potential A, B, and a C. It can be, of course, still something as diagonal, or you can be even in a W, X, and a wave Y. Yeah, or the wave Y is a triangle. W, X, and a, sorry, W, X, and a wave Y triangle, probably. Yeah. Or, of course, bullish. This is your sideways and your corrective. If you are bullish, then you finished here. Correction. Okay. It's gonna be simply deeper wave 2. After zigzag wave 1, correction wave 2, 3, 4, and a 5. However, if this happens like deep wave 2, well, you have to consider that your diagonal is very, very weak. And that means you don't take the high, which where you start to doubt it. Okay, guys, this is how I think normally, proportionally. So yeah, virtual's not looking good still, guys. So unfortunately, guys, I don't know why the crypto market is still, of course, struggling so much. I was expecting to see something better today. Honestly, I have no idea, by the way, what's going on in the market. I just discovered it with you. So you're watching my first reaction here on the crypto market after this. So XRP. Yeah, let's see this turtle. For the crypto market turtle, ABCDE here. Okay, yeah, we can be WX and a Y wave 2. That's fine. So we are in a 1 2 here, and then wave 3, and probably your wave 4 still unfolding here, and you finished, of course, your wave 5. Meaning, yes, an impulse can be finished as a wave 1, and this is, of course, kind of like a very deep correction and very long one. Now, normally, guys, if you have a normal chart, okay, when you have an impulse like this one, I would say this should unfold something very bullish, okay? But obviously, the crypto market doesn't want to, and it wants to simply make us sick. And if this is a case scenario here that it is opening for a potential expanding diagonal for XRP, that's of course very ugly. Which is still, of course, this is your bearish one. Or it can be, of course, a W, X, and a Y. Your wave Y is an A, B, and a C, right? Or it can be from there, A, B, C. But that is very, very ugly, guys. You cannot count this anything, honestly. because if you want to count it the A, B, C, you don't have even the wave C. If you want to count it the W, X, potentially X and a wave Y, yes, it can be. Okay, it can be. But the problem is that it will be like WX and a Y and then another WX and a Y. What a horrible one, right? So for me, I prefer still to count it as ABC. It's much more better still, because a wave C you still can count here probably like a big wave 1, 2, 3, and wave 4 over there, and probably the wave 5 here is unfolding at least as an expanding diagonal to be explained, at least the price action here, right? Because you cannot really count anything else unless of course even 1 2 1 2 1 2, that's horrible. And then big wave 3, and then you get your wave 4, and now 4 5 4 5 4 5. How much ugly is this? Okay, wave 2 wave 3 wave 4, and then 4 5 4 5 4 5, meaning also one more low. By all means, by all means, if you are in a BC and your wave C here is looking at 1 2 3 4 and a 5, your wave 5 has to be an expanding diagonal. Okay, one more low. And in case you are in the several 1 2s, you are of course in 3, also a 4 5, or one more low toward the downside. The W, the X, and the wave Y, which it can be 3 ways down, it has to be the same expanding diagonal. Why? Because A, B, and a C, the wave C has to be there for expanding diagonal, which is also showing logically how much the market is showing a lot of selling pressure. It's like forcing the market, guys. Honestly, it's like forcing the market toward the downside. I don't know why. Of course, it's not us. It's not the normal traders and you and me, and we are the small heads here. But something going on. Of course, something going on in the market. Yep. So on the lower time frame, guys, if you want to consider this impulse 1 2 3 4 5, well, after this, can you consider a wave two? Definitely not, right? And especially you took the low here. It is an A, B, and a C unfinished yet. One more low even. So all what you can get here after this impulse is an ABC and pushing down again. This is all what you can get. Which it might be still, of course. Even if you get this, guys, it will still be a perfect expanding diagonal. Blue box as expected. Boom. All right. That's for XRP. Let's see AVE as well. So AVE at 1 hour 18 minutes. AVE. All right. Now AVE is a little bit like SUI, showing some strong potential. Now on the all-time history, we are already in a good chart, I would say. And I mean, if you take a look at this one, it's not bad at all, right? Where we are right now. I mean, after this push, and you have a very, very sideways long one, even without taking the 0.38, meaning a very strong one, Ave, honestly. I don't know how, but I mean, it's good one. And you're looking here at A, B, C, D, E, probably can be finished. Well, can be, unless this is your wave C and you're unfolding a wave D. And that's why you're looking for something for higher, which it might be simply recover, wave D, and then wave E, of course, as triangle, continue, and then pushing for higher later on. It can be W, it can be the X, it can be the wave Y, that it takes, of course, decades to finish. Oh man, it's too much. But okay, here we go. On the 4 hour chart, what is good with Aave and was mentioning that still looking nice. Why? Because of course you can be here in something, sorry, 4 hours chart. You can be in something as leading, perfect leading diagonal. So I see something nice, right, as a perfect leading diagonal, and you're still corrective. This is definitely a three waves taking the high again, and you're looking probably for this still wave two as an A, B expanding flat because you took the high or not. Actually, you didn't took it. So you're still looking for A, B, and C potential regular flat. I would say 0.38. So this scenario is still there, guys. It's still there. 1, 2, A, B, C. So, and it doesn't show weakness, by the way, like other coins. So AVE, Ethereum, SOE, those three are really good. Highest performer, yes, SOE is still. SPX, no. Ethereum and AVE. Okay, so that's really good. I mean, guys, basically based on this bear market, where the prices are on the all-time history and also on the micro level for AVE, that looks really nice. For this correction, I'm looking, of course, for higher after it. Okay, one more low, of course. Where are we? We're gonna see AVAX. Okay, 1 hour 21 minute. For AVAX, Avalanche, USD. There you go. All right, for this horrible one as well, because we're, yeah, on all-time history also not looking great chart honestly anymore. Um, just ranging and ranging, losing momentum from the tops, but not from the lows somehow, which is a weakness, guys. Okay, so very likely we are in A, B, C, D, and AE here. Can be, of course, finishing something, pushing for higher later on. Can be an A, can be your correction ABC, you push for high. And it can be also your ABC, D, and an E as a triangle, and you push for high as an A, B, and a C. Your wave B is a triangle. So it doesn't matter. It's a macro level. Everything in the micro will tell you if you are ready to push for higher or not. Now, if we are looking here for is this potential 1, 2, and wave 3, wave 4. If you want to count a wave 5 there, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, and then wave 3 and invalidation. So nothing is impulsive, I would say there. I cannot count it even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, honestly. Knowing that I see clearly a triangle over there. By the way, someone asked me um, today to show the price over there. Here we go. I hope that you see it, guys. Yeah, now you see it. So this is a clear triangle, which is a characteristic for wave 4, honestly. This wave 1, where is it finished? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5. No, this is a wave 1. And your wave 4, well, again, I start to reconsider the wicks here. Okay, I start to reconsider the wicks. Why? Knowing that the wicks has took the invalidation here, but I think I'm gonna disregard this invalidation this time. And that because, of course, of the perfect triangle formation wave 4 and the drop down, meaning the wave 5 is unfolding. So I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. I have no other option here. But what we are much more horrible in it is a double 1, 2 even. Like I'm going to put another 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Here we go. And that means 1, 2, 1, 2. And then wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, 4, and a 5. Which is never ending. Okay. That's AVAX. We don't have any other option, guys. SPX 6000, I think we already have this. Sorry. Here we go. Let's take Tau. Also, Tau, interesting to take a look at. So for Tau USD here, well, Tau also is not looking really great, honestly, guys. Still very corrective, very, very sideways after a massive drop here. So the triangle A, B, C, D, and a E. But I see a another potential triangle here: A, B, C, D, and a E, and then you push for lower. Yeah. Then of course this has to be considered from your 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Ah, yeah, that's true. Oh. Yeah, and in this case, it is simply an extension. It is simply an extension here, and just what I was just said, it's forcing the market toward the downside. It is exactly what's happening right now. Like it was supposed to be a finished 1, 2 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now I know, of course, that this is a short wave 3, 4, and a 5 extended, but I was after this impulse. It's time to push for higher, but the market just changed its mind, guys. Has changed its mind, like just by not taking the high here. Even if it took the high as ABC, it might drop. But even it shows you, like even I will not do an ABC. Like how much weak the market it is. I'm sorry, guys. I have to be honest. Normally, I shouldn't maybe be like so much reacting, but I mean, it's a reality here. Something really not well working. So I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna put a wave 3 and a wave 4. And by the way, I'm gonna be honest with you guys today as well. Um, on the channels, like we have crypto channels, we have stocks channel, and on the crypto channel, I will be honest, the channel is kind of like dying slowly. Whatever I do, guys. To be honest, I mean it's not dying totally, but I mean like the every day I see the analytics like getting less and less, and I understand that many people are not interested anymore, but that is also kind of like signal like there is no interest in the market anymore or what. So first I need your support, of course, for the channel, because I'm starting to give up looking at this market as well. uh, and second, yeah, I mean, I don't know, guys, what's going on in the crypto market. It's not looking really positive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for wave one, wave two, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Finishing wave three, and then here we go. While on the opposite side, which is the stock market, it is exploding within the market. Like I started the crypto market before the stock market in 6 months, and during this drop down, the stock market subscribed, so like the subscribes number, they reach exactly almost the same as the crypto, knowing that I started 6 months later. And that is, of course, a huge thing there. So the difference between the acceleration that I see in the subscribers on the other channel and now the crypto channel is very, very huge. Okay. So I don't know, guys, what's going on. So I'm not sure. Of course, if I really have to wait for something to recover here in the crypto market to come back very strongly in the channel, because I feel like also I do the things, but it's not bringing like what it was bringing before during the bull run, of course. So that is a little bit also how to say demotivating. for the crypto channel. Yeah, so keep it up, guys, but don't forget to support as well. Yeah, because I feel like the things are going for nothing, almost. Yep. So this is regarding Tau. We're looking for link as well at 1 hour 30 minutes. All right. So for link, okay, everything is noises here. It took all the invalidation and everything. The diagonal did not work, meaning we're left with the ABC, which is the most horrible one. And in case you are in wave 2 here, can be still possible, but I mean, it's a very long time for a wave 2, right? If there is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to unfold there, what is waiting for, right? What is the market waiting for? Um, this is a very long wave 2, okay? Therefore, on link, I'm expecting the A, the B, and the C maximum here. What's going on? Because of the timing again, of course. It's the same. So it's a big recover, probably. Oh, wow. Big recover. What a big recover. But yeah, I mean, ABC, potential 1 to 1 fib level, and we might drop that. Um, yes, actually, the interest, yeah, in alts and even, I mean, yeah, that's true. Bitcoin is still, of course, getting um, much more interest on YouTube. But yeah, the alts are just draining, guys. Yeah, so maximum for link, I'm looking here again for the ABC and we drop down. That means, of course, you're still in a bigger view here. Simply sideways. Jesus. Okay. Even ABC here. 1, 2, 1, 2, wave 3, 4 and a 5, 4 and a 5 to finish a wave C in an A, B, and a C. After a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5, big wave 2, then we push for higher. Okay, let's go to sleep, guys. All right. Yep. So this is regarding link as well. Okay, let's see ADA. We're gonna see them very fast, guys, because I'm somehow very. I don't like to affect you guys. I hope that I don't affect your motivations too. But I'm a little bit tired of this market. I think you have realized this already from the amount of the uploads that I do, that I don't do anymore regularly, because of this, because of that. So yeah, very clear as well. We're still dropping 1, 2, 1, 2, wave 3, 4, 5, 3 ways, wave 4, you drop down impulsively 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, what to say? What else to say, guys? Wave 5 over 1. This is the target. You're doing awesome, Activated. Thank you, buddy. You're always there. I know that. And that's why I thank everyone um, every day. I always try, of course, to reply to every comments every day, guys. And thank you very much, Activated. You're very kind, man. Thank you, bro. So that was for Ada. We're looking next for Pepe at 1 hour 35 minutes. Like comments should have 7+ words too. Thank you, bro. That's very. I don't. I never look at these things. That's. I think those are very essential marketing things. I have no experience with it, honestly. It's the first time I hear it, but that's very kind from you. If you do this based on that as well, that's very much appreciated, bro. You're awesome, man. Um, yep. So where are we in Pepe? Pepe, we are in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably very bearish. Wow, that's too much. Why I'm exaggerating with this one? A, B, and a C. Okay, first, and here we go. So if this is your A, B, C, and especially that you have a wave B as a triangle A, B, C, D, E here, you are in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Obviously, your wave 5 is not finished yet because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So what the funny market wants to tell us today or this week, guys, I'm calling it funny and of course very. I mean it's a mean market. It's a rude one, um, because at the end it wants to take the wick again somehow. That's very, very mean. That's very rude, really. After such a drop, after such a drop, which is of course already a trap for many people, and yeah, so we still see, of course, that it might take the price again. That's horrible. And obviously, on the lower time frame, it says so. Like, yes, this is what I'm aiming for. That because, of course, here also you might be in an A, B, and a C. You finish up, and then you push down. So expect, of course, for Pepe, probably you push for higher again because you are in A, B expanding flat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 finished, and you push 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But that is not something nice that you would like to see. You would like to see a push from there after this wave 2 here. That is a wave B definitely, especially with the time. Yep. So we gotta see, guys. We're gonna see, of course, step by step. And you know what? Let it drop. Let it drop, right? So let it finish it and let them be happy about it, right? Uh, you know, the manipulator of this market, because they didn't left anyone to manipulate anyway, somehow. All right. Wave 5 still unfolding as well for Dogecoin here. You are in a 1, 2, 3, wave 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, obviously triangle. Um, Here we go. Still you looking for a wave 4 as a triangle. A, B, C, D, and a E can be still finishing here. A, B, C, D, and a E probably. Sorry. A, B, C, D, and a E, and then you're pushing toward the downside in wave 5. Your wave 3 here. So your wave 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. What an horrible. Like, I mean, if it has finished kind of like 5 ways diagonal, what the hell a triangle is doing there? Why it wants more? I don't understand it. Why the market still wants more? More pain, yeah, yeah, obviously. I mean, imagine, like, we finished 5 waves structure after a horrible liquidation, and the market still want more. Like, what the hell? Okay. All right. Yeah, It's exactly the same. I feel the same. It's really shitty, and that's why. That's why actually to be honest, I went out of the market for a while. Since before the drop here, I went totally out of the market. I'm talking about months here because bear markets are unbearable. um, BC, everyone wants the hopium rally. That's why. What is BC, everyone? Because everyone, okay, wants the hopium rally. It's not hopium. It's a little bit of logic start to be unlogic here. I mean, the market is drained. We already got a liquidation event, a horrible one, the most horrible ever in the crypto market, by the way. Um, and then we're still dropping, and we finished a structure, and we start to see, okay, logically, after such a massive liquidation and after a finished structure, whatever it is 5 waves, right? And it is, of course, very likely expanding diagonal here. We should push for higher. Now we start to see something pushing for higher, giving us what you say, it's hopium, but invalidation directly, all of them, and still looking for lower. And do you know what is horrible? That after a finished structure here, because you finished a structure and you're still getting a correction, meaning you're gonna repeat the structure again. Do you like it? that that what is upsetting me, guys. Regarding the crypto market, yeah. Monthly is bearish, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the micro is already leading everything there. So if we still looking for something like this is a whole month almost. We are on the 4-hour chart. So this is your whole month, meaning, of course, expect few months of red. So yeah, not good. Ondo, let's see finally Ondo, guys. So don't be mad at me, guys, if I don't really push so much videos anymore on this channel. Currently, of course, I'm not giving up on the channel. Definitely not. We're still always there. But yeah, I mean, you know, what's the reason that we don't push so much videos anymore? Because the market is not really helpful. Okay, very simple. And when we don't push videos, then of course the things might get better. Probably. I mean, you know, look at the horrible price again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wave 5 supposed to be finished again. Triangle. ABCDE. Meaning the market is not satisfied yet. Okay. All right, guys. So it's still corrective, of course. Yeah, I mean, obviously, this blue box is gonna be taken, of course, for Ondo here. Let me put this blue box. So yeah, you're still looking for the lowest target there. Yes, bear market are unbearable. All right, guys. So I would say conclusion. Conclu- I'm gonna make a conclusion here, but well, what to say? Pure weakness, still very clear on the micro level. Yep. So we're still looking for lower prices after a potential small recover. Okay. So this is all what we can expect. A small recover, guys, which is sometimes the ABC was showing up on some coins. But to say that we are looking for something very bullish or something, forget about it. And of course, most of the altcoins we saw two groups. So we have two groups, as we saw in our today's stream. We have the groups of triangles, meaning dropping down for new lows. We have a group for ABC and then dropping down. Two groups of alts, and most of them repeats everywhere. Yep, so that was it for the market analysis, guys. I hope that you enjoy it. But yeah, I know that the things are very red. It's Christmas. Don't forget, it's a Christmas color. So it might be the coincidence there. So I wish you to have a nice weekend or the rest of it. And of course, don't forget to enjoy your life and the time with your families. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.